Hey, welcome back to Bobb-z Callahan's Word of Advice. And in this video today, video number 50 in this new series of Word of Advice videos, I would like to talk about the topic of being a good role model. And the reason I wanted to talk about this topic is because I know there are plenty of us in the world who are looked up to as role models to other people. And of course, as a role model, there are people who are watching us, and there are people who are being influenced by us. And if there are really any two pieces of advice which I would like to pass on to any role model in the world, it would be these two things. Number one, I believe it's great as a good role model to have good morals. So these would include respecting other people, sacrificing for other people, serving others, and just trying to make a difference in this world for better. I believe it's always great as a good role model to have these good morals because, well, one, they can really help the world for the better. And number two, if there are people who are looking up to us and they are influenced by these good morals, over time they could possibly start to live by these good morals which they are seeing us role models act out on. You know, there are some people in the world who struggle to keep up living and acting out on those good morals which I have just described. Some people really do struggle to go through with those good morals for a number of reasons. But there are some people who are influenced by good role models because those role models are living with good morals. And if you just pass on those morals to other people, it can make a huge difference in somebody's life. So as a role model, always try to have good morals. And number two, I also believe as a good role model, we should try to live a good life as often as possible, whether it's in front of people or behind the scenes. I don't believe it's good that a role model should live a good life in front of other people, but then behind the scenes go and live a different kind of wild life. Kind of like a double life in a way. I don't believe that is honest or helpful to people who are looking up to us. And, you know, there's always that possibility that someone who looks up to us could see that we are living a double life, and then that person who looks up to us could question us about our behavior. If that happens, then the people who look up to us may not trust us, and they may end up not looking up to you anymore if you live a double life. I believe as a good role model, we should always try to live the good life that we are encouraging others to live as much as possible. And yes, there are going to be times when we make mistakes, since nobody is perfect. It happens. But I do believe that we can always strive to do our best to live a good life as much as possible, whether that's in front of people or behind the scenes. And also, I believe that we should try to mean it when we are living a good life. We shouldn't just fake it. As a role model to other people, I believe that we should always try to be honest when it comes to our behavior and our beliefs, because honesty is much better than lying. Yes, none of us are perfect, but honesty goes a lot better compared to lying. So as a good role model, I believe we should always try to live a good life as much as we can, whether it's in front of people or not. And we should also try to mean it when we are living a good life and trying to influence others to live a good life. As I mentioned earlier, there are people who are watching us and being influenced by us. So as a role model, always try to watch your behavior and your decision making, because it can rub off on other people. And as a role model, we can only hope that our behavior can rub off on other people for the better. So other people may come to live a better life and possibly become a role model to other people. You know, our good behavior can go a long way in other people's lives. So always remember that if you are a role model to somebody else in the world. And with that, this is pretty much all I have to talk about on this topic. I certainly hope what I have had to talk about in this video will come in handy. Always try to be a good role model. We'll come back for another word of advice video.